Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching this. I'm just getting my sacred space ready to lead this new moon meditation and channeled activation, and I'm super excited about it. I just love, working with the energies of the moon. They're so powerful, and, in that, I just wanted to mention how important it is to realize how powerful each and every one of us are. So many of us think that we're afraid of our darkness, our shadow side. And really, we're afraid. We fear stepping into our power because we are so powerful. We're all able to tune into the same power as any powerful being out there. We are all source. We are all part of source. So when we really own our power, through doing the shadow work and removing that trauma from our system that's holding us back, that's when we can really step in and be one with it. We balance our shadow and our light. And that's the beauty of alchemy. We have to balance those two sides of our being. And the brighter you shine, the darker the shadows get. I know people think as you heal and ascend, there's no more issues to deal with. There's no more shadows, but there are. They're just darker. But we realize there's no duality. We realize there's actually nothing to fear. We realize that we have the power to shift everything with our mind and our heart and our soul. Instead of allowing these energies, feeding them with fear, allowing them to grow and manifest as physicalities in our life, and instead of allowing them to create discord in our life like we used to before, we realize that when these struggles come up, when these shadows come up, we must just own them. It's all about radical self-acceptance in every moment of our life. That's what moving into the fifth dimension is, that fifth dimensional consciousness. It's not about going somewhere else. It's not about leaving the 3D behind. And I hear that a lot, and I just want to straighten this out. It's about anchoring this 5-dimensional light into now, into our 3D beings. And that is so important. We're not leaving anything behind. We're changing our consciousness. We're changing the rate at which we vibrate by accepting ourselves in every moment that we're in. That's the key to shifting. Accepting yourself, radically loving and self-acceptance at every moment that you're in every day. Whether it's the worst moment you've ever been through, whether it's a place where you're just in bliss, it's accepting that in every moment. And through these shifts and acceptance and surrender to what is and radically loving ourselves, we then begin to shift consciousness because we see things from a different perspective. We release these moments of my cat's chasing a fly. We release these moments of being a victim of our circumstance, and we own it completely, because that's what we need to do. Own everything that's going on in our life, because at some point we've welcomed this in, whether it's through the way we reacted to something, whether it's through the way we maybe didn't live in our integrity properly. We've sent out these waves at some point, could have been years ago, and they've rippled back to us in circumstances. So when we go into the 5D, when we ascend our vibrational frequency by healing, by releasing, by untying those knots and allowing more source energy to flow through us, the waves that we send out come back a heck of a lot faster. So we have to be very in tune with our subconscious, what we're subconsciously and consciously creating. And we have to be in tune with feeling all the energies around us. A lot of people say 3D is not a good place, 4D is not a good place. They're just places. They're where we are. We live in this 3D reality, and we have to be okay with it. And we have to understand that it is anchoring these higher frequency energies into the third dimensional plane. So I just wanted to talk about that, because when we're saying things are bad, we're in a place of duality. We're in a place of polarity where it's like fighting. The two energies are fighting each other, and that's not what we want. We want to come to a place where it's like everything is good. Everything serves a purpose, and this is what we need to step into. Everything has a divine gift within it. We just need to find it. And until we find it in those circumstances that keep coming up in our lives, we're just going to keep repeating them, because we're not going to be able to see what our part that we played in these things that are going on, these karmic cycles, as we will call, and we will just keep on that hamster wheel. It'll come up, and then we'll make a choice that isn't in alignment with our highest best good, and we'll go back down, and then we'll choose that same path and we'll be spinning. So what ascension is is essentially you're choosing a higher path. You're choosing a different way to respond, react, a different choice. And so what you're doing is, instead of being in that circle, you're actually catapulting up to the next level. It's really cool. Like, this is how I describe it. It's like the physics side. We're spinning, 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 because we're ever vibrating beings. And when we choose a higher path, a different way to react to a situation, a different way we talk to ourselves, a different way to react to our children or our family or our spouse or our friends, we then go up. You know, it's like dependency, addiction. We're in that circle. But what we do is we level up and then we're on another circle. So it's a never-ending spiral. It's like the Fibonacci sequence. It's never ending. We're always spiraling up. And sometimes we'll spiral down a little bit, but we got to go back up. So it's just always making those higher choices. And if you don't in that time, you'll realize that there's no point in being shameful or guilty about making a choice that wasn't right. Pull yourself back into alignment and make a choice in the next moment. The only moment that matters is now, so make the decisions now. And that's what I wanted to say. And I'm going to pull a quick card before I start my group, because I am so excited to start my group today. If anybody wants to join in future groups, keep an eye out. Thursday evening, I have my energy healing circle. So if you're interested in that, hit me up. I can send you the link. It's a beautiful space. They're all over Zoom. So it's beautiful because I have people all over the world that join in. You know, I have one of my, folks that comes from on the other side of the earth plane from me, and we all get together, and it's so beautiful, and I love it, and I just love working with everybody. If you're looking for a one-on-one with me, hit me up. I'm a healer, I'm a guide, I'm a coach. I have many different offerings. I do a lot of deep shadow work and trauma healing with people, intuitively. And coming up in the next month, we're going to open registration for the 555 portal, the Shifting Consciousness. And this is all about deep work, ascending our consciousness. Like I said, we're spiraling out, and we're going to spiral up together as a group. And this is going to be an 8-week in-depth, once a week meeting where we go through different steps. We go through the phases of the shadow work and releasing, and then ascending, and then healing, and then we're releasing, and it's freaking amazing. So Spirit, what's in our highest best good? And it's Archangel Michael. So these are my angel oracle cards, and it says you're working very closely with this powerful archangel who's protecting and guiding you through the situation. So remember that if you feel like you do need protection, honestly, we don't need protection. I don't like to use that word because when we say protection, it says to the universe that you need something to be protected from. But if you ever feel like your energy is being depleted, call in Archangel Michael, call in Saint Germain, the violet flame. Just really feel into your energy, ground yourself, and center yourself again. Anyway, I got to go get ready for my class, and I'm so excited. If anybody wants to reach out, let me know. I'm always here to answer any questions, and thank you for being a part of this community. I love you. Have a great day.